Alright, we're going to be tying the Mop Fly. And the Mop Fly, I've heard two different versions of the origin. One was that it was invented by a man in Boone, and another that it was invented by a man in Bryson City. Either way, those are in western North Carolina, so we're going to claim this as a southern Appalachian fly pattern. And you will find them in most people's boxes now. Not just for trout, you can catch all kinds of fish on this thing. And it is one of the easiest ties ever. So I am using a size 8 nymph hook. I've already put the bead head on there. And I am using 140 denier ultra thread in gray brown. So we will start the thread. Ordinarily, when I tie a bead head, I like to really build up a big cone behind it, like a ramp, to lock it in. But with the material we're going to be using, the Mop Fly material, you don't have to do that quite as much. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So, thread is started. Now, these things are used to make anything from towels to mops to bath mats, and that's the little section of it right there. That this came from a bath mat that I cut off. You can go to a fly shop and buy a bag of these for $5. You can buy a bath mat for $1 and get probably 300, 400 of these. They make all kinds of different colors. There's pink, chartreuse, neon yellow, along with gray and tan, somewhat natural looking colors. So I want it to extend about that far back. So I'm going to start wrapping with loose wraps. And then I've got a lot of this stuff. By the way, where you cut it off, it's going to be loose and it's going to want to come apart, which is fine. But the part that's the tail will not come apart on you. They also sell in fly shops what they call Mop Fly yarn, and it's carded. To me, this is the easiest way to do it. So it doesn't take long to, with that Mop Fly there, to build that up enough to hold the bead in place. And now that I have secured the mop, the final step of this fly, at least for this particular fly, will be some dubbing. Just wax the thread really good. So I'll move this way so you can see a little better. Wax the thread good. And then the dubbing I have selected is Hairline Ice Dub Tan UV. And you can see it's got some little purple fibers in there. And basic color is tan. So I'm going to twist some of that. Doesn't have to be very neat. Twist some of that around the thread that I've waxed. If I can get that wrapped around a little bit better. And then we are going to start wrapping. And I'm just going to cover the part of the mop that I've wrapped down. I'll give it one more little bit. And then, of course, as you start catching some trout on this thing, some of this dubbing will start sticking out and makes it even look buggier. I have also seen these tied with some type of soft hackle, like a bugger hackle around the collar. I make those for smallmouth bass and panfish. Who knows what a trout is thinking when he takes one of these? Looks like a big piece of trout chow to me. And so I am going to whip finish. And add just a little bit of head cement right around the collar. And there you go. That is a Mop Fly.